InternMakers. I am so excited to talk about my journey with JPMorgan Chase and the recruitment process that I went through, kind of giving the tips and tricks on what to learn and what to expect while going through this journey. I'm a first-generation Pakistani American and a native Houstonian. I've lived in Houston all my life. I've never moved, only just temporary for an internship. But besides that, I've never left. I also attended the University of Houston. I studied supply chain management, and the reason why I chose supply chain as my major was because the opportunities were endless. You had the opportunity to go into banking, consulting, or oil and gas. And if I wanted to even focus in supply chain specifically, I could go into process improvement, data analytics, or project management. And I'm so happy I found a program that includes all of it. And I can go into different roles and experience the opportunities within those roles. And I highly recommend college students to go to seminars and being able to network with students outside of their college, because that's where I learned the most. And I remember I attended Harvard Peak Weekend, and that focuses on getting your MBA. And that's where I met Mariana, and we had our goals and what we wanted to do. And it was interesting to see her 2 years later at the Forbes Under 30 Summit and being able to reconnect and talk about what we want to do in the next couple of years again. And hopefully I get to see her again soon and talk with her again. And so when you have that network and you build those connections, it really helps you learn and experience such amazing opportunities and just learn so much before going into the full-time world. And that's really interesting to know, because I was applying to JPMorgan Chase for such a long time, and I constantly would get rejected. I would just wait, and I wouldn't hear anything for weeks, and I was worried. I was like, I'm not getting it. And I was so stressed about finding a full-time job and not having it when I graduate. So I was thinking to even extend or like add a minor or something for a semester and graduate in the fall, because COVID hit and I was very stressed about even graduating at this point and not having a full-time. So luckily I was very blessed in having that faith and being able to securing the full-time at the end. And a friend of mine had sent me a link to apply for the CAPD internship program, and I wasn't even eligible to be an intern because I was about to graduate in spring, but I was thinking about extending. So I was very 50-50, and I just applied. I was like, let's just see what happens. If I don't get in, it's okay. If it does, it doesn't matter. I applied. That's all that matters. And I got an email saying, oh, you didn't get into the program. I was like, oh, well, I kind of expected that, but that's okay. But then I had a recruiter reach out to me personally and said, hey, I saw your resume and I think you'd be a great candidate. Just apply to the full-time graduate program. And I was so excited because I was like, this is what I needed. This is what I want. This is the role I wanted as well. And I applied, and I had the Pymetrics test that tests your logic and your different types of skills. And then I had a virtual interview where they send you a link and you kind of record yourself, and they ask you psychological questions on how would you describe yourself, who are you, as well as what would you do if someone was being dishonest, questions like that to see how your personality is and how you would fit into the company. I think that's like a way of knowing how you are for them. And then the third interview is usually they fly you out to Dallas and they have you stay there for 2 days or a day, and you have interviews on campus. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to do that, and I had to have a phone call interview with 2 managers, and it was so nerve-wracking because I was like, I don't know how they're gonna like me because I can't even show them my facial expressions. I can't tell them how I'm feeling. And one key thing I learned is when you're having an interview, stand up, because your voice projects. You can tell about your emotions. You feel more up rather than sitting down. You don't have that same connection. And what I did prepping for this interview I studied everything. I studied about stocks. I studied about how they were doing during COVID. I studied about their morals and values, and as well as what they look in their candidates. Also, how I could be involved with JP Morgan Chase when I got the job. And that was very key because they want to see you taking initiative. They want to see that leadership in you, so they know that when you're in 20-30 years, you're going to be leading that company. You're going to be one of those managers, directors, and that's very important because that shows that you care about the company. And when you show that, it's kind of hard for them to say no to you because they want someone like you that's going to be involved. That's someone that's going to go to those after work programs and be involved. That's what's going to make you different. And I personally wanted to show that. The interview was mostly about data analytics and my technical skills, as well as my psychological questions as well. And it was very important to kind of show your personality through the psychological questions, and then how you were technically advanced in your data skills. So that would be knowing how to use Microsoft Excel, if I knew how to code, if I was interested in coding, things like that. You have to be aware. And I'll be honest, the interview was actually very scary because I wasn't sure how they were feeling on the other side of the phone. And I was very positive. I just really tried to tell them I'm passionate about the company. And that's what made me different in a way, because I knew what I wanted and how I was going to achieve it, and kind of like a vision. And I answered all my questions in STAR method, and I try to do the situation, task, accomplishment, and results, and what I had achieved at the end of everything. And that's what they want to see, is results and what you're going to bring to the table. So what I would recommend for anyone that's applying for my position is to be passionate. I think the key is to be passionate about what you do and how you're going to do it. So if you're passionate about data analytics, talk about it in your interview. Talk about how you problem solve and how you approach it by being a leader. And a key to being a good leader is being a good listener. What you expect from your coworkers, your colleagues, your manager. Explain your relationship on how you're going to be with them, because they can envision that and see how you will be in the long run. So it's very important to talk about that and kind of demonstrate it through your interview. Also, I would say how you would be involved in the company. You don't want to be just a person that just comes to work, leaves to work. You want to be involved in your work if you want to climb the corporate ladder, if you want to take the initiative. You have to show that you're dedicated and what you want to make out of your career. And I feel like, especially in this program, the people that I've seen and the people that I've talked to that have come out of this program are such great leaders, and they've given such good advice on, taking the initiative in anything you do. That's what leaders do. They take the initiative and they get people to follow them. And I think demonstrating that in applying for this position, you'll be perfectly fine if you show the passion, you show what you bring to the table. I feel like anyone that can demonstrate it well can be successful and have the opportunity in this role. I don't take no as for an answer until I've been told no, and even then, that's a maybe to me. So I got rejected so many times. I don't even remember. I think it was a good 3 times, and I never went through the process or anything. And I was so determined that I was going to get a position here. And even though I was getting those no's, I was telling myself, it doesn't matter. I'm going to make it. And this might be a maybe right now, but eventually I will get a position here and I will be working here. And I manifested that. When you manifest things, I feel like you can be successful and be able to achieve what you desire. Because if you believe in yourself, as cliche as that sounds, if you believe in yourself and you tell yourself that you can do it, you can do anything that your mind tells you to. And the scariest part is you'll get rejected or you won't get in. It doesn't mean anything. It means that you will try again later and you'll come back better and stronger. And I think about that anything in life. Don't take no as an answer. Tell them you're gonna come back stronger and better every time. It doesn't matter. You always improve. And I think no's make you better. I like being told no, and then I come back and show them I worked on what I did and I'm here now again, and I'm gonna do it again and do it better the way that you told me to. And I think that's the key in believing yourself and achieving it, what you desire. And I think and my thing is if you're gonna do anything, like, be passionate about it, because if you're not passionate about it and if you don't love your job every day, you're going to be miserable. So find something that you love and something that you're good at that makes you happy. If you don't love your job, if you're not happy, then you're not going to enjoy life. Like, that simple as it is. Like, I have to say, I'm so excited to be working in these roles because this is what I've dreamt up all my life. Like, I've always wanted to go to work. I've always wanted to lead a team. I've always wanted to be excited, be ready to go to work every day and show my best self. And being the best version of myself is my goal personally, and being able to achieve that is one of the biggest things for me. And seeing myself every day, making changes, improving myself, that's the key on what I see and what everyone should have a goal of to do. So thank you guys for watching so much. I loved talking about my journey, and I really hope it helps you guys a lot. And if you have any questions or if you need any help, please feel to reach out to me on my LinkedIn. My name is Sara Haq, Sara, last name Haq, as well as my Instagram, same name, Sara Haq1. You can reach out to me anytime, any place. I'm very open into guiding you guys and helping out, because I was once in your shoes and I wish someone could tell me what to expect, what to do, and how to achieve it. So thanks for watching, everyone.